Bookish friends, third time the charm. Hope you all are doing great. I am here, it's me, Drew's Ambitious Reading, and for today's video, I am here to film one of my favorite videos to watch and to make, and that is coming at you guys today with a monthly book haul. And so, for me, I am very behind on my end of the year videos, so this whole month I've been trying to play catch up with my videos. So today's video is gonna be the book haul for the month of December of 2024. Now this is one of my smaller book hauls because I didn't buy a whole lot. I did use my library a lot, so a lot of the books that I've read I'll talk about in my January wrap up or December wrap up as well. And I got a lot of good books here to haul for you today, so grab a blanket, grab a snack, grab a drink. I'm gonna be, as always, sipping on some black tea with 2 sweet and lows is how I like my drinks. Cheers. And let's just sit down and talk about books, shall we? So, the first book that I want to talk to you today, sorry, I'm moving you guys closer. The first book that I want to talk to you today is what I'm currently reading. Now, at the time of me filming this video, it is January 25th. And so I am currently reading and halfway through Five Broken Blades by Mia Courland. This is the first book in a new adult fantasy trilogy, and oh my goodness, I wanted to come on camera today to rave about this book. You'll hear me rave about this more in my January wrap-up. I think this will be my favorite read of the year, which is exciting. And it's also going to be my favorite read of January. Wow. My months are getting confused. I am literally halfway through. I'm hoping to finish this book tomorrow if I'm not too busy with church. I do have this much left in the book. I'm on chapter 48 out of 86, so I'm halfway through. And I'm so intrigued by this book. This has 2 of my favorite tropes, found family and what was the second one? Oh, enemies to lovers. And it has queer rep in it. What? Yes, please. So I'm so happy to say I am loving this book, which is good because I bought book 2 before I even read book 1, which is weird that I did that, but I did that. So you'll see that in my January book haul. Spoiler alert. So let's jump into the actual book haul, shall we? Some of these are Christmas gifts that I got for myself, and then one box set that I have here is a gift that I got from my parents. I didn't get a whole lot of books for Christmas because I don't have any room for them, but also I feel like every single year I get books, I always have the same people buying me the same books, if that makes sense, or vice versa. So I ask for a lot of gift cards instead, so that way I can do my own actual shopping, you know? So my sister got me a Target gift card, and then I got a Barnes in my stocking, so we love that. So with that Barnes & Noble gift card, I got an early release. This is actually already out in January, but this was out like a month in advance, which was crazy, and that is An Honored Vow by Melissa Blair. This is the 4th and final book in the Halfling Saga series, and oh my goodness, I'm so scared to read this one. At the time of me filming this book, I've already read A Vicious Game, which is a 5-star read. It was an amazing 3rd installment. I'm mad about the ending, but it was an amazing installment. I'm so excited to jump into this one. I am buddy reading the series with my friend Lori here at the Chatty Brook one on YouTube. Yeah, super stoked to see how this one is gonna wrap up. This will be probably my first series that I wrap up in 2025, which is exciting because every year I like to try and read as many series as I can in that year. So for example, last year I wanted to read 24 series in 2024. Spoiler alert, one of my goals I almost completed was that goal. I've read 22 series in the year of 2024, so that's amazing. So I'm hoping to complete that goal this year, and this will be my first series off the list. But yeah, 4th and final in the Book Talk Sensation series. If you don't know what the series is about, definitely read this summary and check the trigger warnings because there are some trigger warnings with this book. Do not fall. Next is an arc that I won in a Goodreads giveaway from the publishers. It says Amulet Books, but I'm not sure who the actual publishers is underneath of. But that is We Are Villains by Kacen Callender. This is a YA fantasy novel that when I was flipping through the actual arc to see who was completed, it looks like it has short chapters. So I'm excited to read this in the month of February. I'm going to be saving this for February because it's a BIPOC author, and also just because I want to read my arcs more in advance this year. So I'm going to be reading this in February for an arc vlog. So look forward to that happening in February. This comes out sometimes in March. Editing Me can put the correct release date on the screen. I want to say March 10th, maybe. I don't know. Whatever that first Tuesday is, this is when it's coming out. This one says, Dear reader, thank you for entering our We Are the Villains art giveaway in partnership with YALLFest. You are one of our lucky winners, and we are so thrilled to share this book with you. From New York Times bestselling author Kacen Callender, We Are Villains is an electrifying dark academia murder mystery full of secrets everyone wants to keep buried. It's perfect for fans of Ace of Spades and A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. We hope you'll tell us what you think by tagging us on all platforms in your reviews, photos, and videos. Happy reading. So this says, a dark academia mystery full of shocking twists from New York Times bestselling author. What happened to Ariana Reynolds? Ari's death was ruled an accident, but for her best friend Milo, it's shrouded in mysteries. Why was she in the woods on the night of the fire? Had she been alone? Figuring out what happened the night Ari dies is the only reason Milo returns to Yates Academy, even knowing he'll be in constant danger. What? It sounds so good. And if you compare it to Good Girl's Guide to Murder and Ace of Spades, both of those books were 5-star reads for me, so I have really high hopes for this. And again, I don't know the correct release date off the top of my head, but Editing Me can put it on the screen. I don't know where to put my books because my shelves are messy. Let's put them here. Next book I got is a Christmas romance novel. This one was actually a really fun gift to me. I don't remember who bought this one or put this in the book meetup that I did. So in December I did a book meetup with a bunch of my Las Vegas local friends, and we did a book swap at the party that we did, and we had to bring like one hardcover or one paperback depending on how you can get it, and bring enough for everybody so we can swap books. We swapped books, and it was so funny. The book that I wanted sounded so good, and I was like, I think I know what this book is, but it was wrapped up, so obviously I did it. And it's actually a book I've already owned, but I haven't read yet, but it's Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow is what I almost got. But instead, I knew it sounded familiar to me without knowing it, you know? And so long story short, I decided to trade with somebody else, and so I traded with one of my friends there, and I got a Christmas romance, and this is an author that I haven't tried yet, so I'm excited to say I got One Day in December by Josie Silver. This is a adult romance contemporary. Like I said, this says 2 people, 10 chances, one unforgettable love story. And then there was cute little like tags on them from the meetup. And so this says, set over the course of a decade, made me tear up, dual point of view, perfect holiday romance set in December, navigating life in all relationship forms. And then there's another tag. It says, right person, wrong time, and this friend of mine, which I forgot who it was, but I'll find out later, it gave this 5 out of 5-star rating, which is exciting to hear. So, of course, I sadly won't be reading this until December, or maybe I'll read it in the summertime. I don't know. Maybe save it to December. Who knows? Hopefully I'll read it sometimes in 2025. If not, I will be so sad because this was a Christmas gift this year. Next up is a box set that I got from my parents. My parents didn't buy me a whole lot of books this year, which is okay with me, but they did bought me this cool Star Wars box set, and that is, oh, you can't even see it. Can you even tell what this box set is? This is Star Wars The Thrawn Trilogy by Timothy Zahn. I'm not sure how to say the author's last name. I'm so sorry. So let me pull them out. So we have all three books in here, obviously. And so book one is Heir to the Empire of the Thrawn Trilogy. And then we have book two, Dark Force Rising. And then the finale is The Last Command. I'm actually really excited to read these as a Star Wars fan. I feel like it's not a Drew's Ambitious Reading video without mentioning Star Wars at least once or twice. So here we are mentioning a Star Wars trilogy that I haven't heard anybody talk about this series. But supposedly this takes place in between Rebels and... what was it that I said? Rebels and Ahsoka and like that era, and it's like the rise of the Empire, of the new Empire, I should say. So if you know, you know. I don't want to go into too much of nerding out with Star Wars, but I'm really excited to read these. I've been wanting to read books by Timothy Zahn, so I'm excited to start with this trilogy. Let me know if they have audiobooks, because I don't know if they do or not. But if they do, I will definitely check them out. So yeah, this is book one. So I'm excited to see what we get from Thrawn's point of view, because I have not read a book from Thrawn's point of view yet. So I'm a little nervous and scared to get into this trilogy, but hopefully I'll love it, because I have a feeling I will, just because of the timeline that this series takes place in the universe. Next is my book of the month option. I got one book for December, and that's because it was another early release. This book is already out now, but at the time it didn't came out till December 14th, and that is Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. This is a adult thriller standalone novel. This is one that I knew that was on my radar for 2025, and when I saw that book of the month did this one for their early release, I was so excited because I read books by Alice Feeney. I read Rock, Paper, Scissors by her and absolutely loved it. I think I've read her other books too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I've only read Rock, Paper, Scissors, but I own every single one of her books now, which is exciting. So I definitely want to read this one next. Again, maybe I'll put this in the same vlog as Case and Calendar's new book. And so this one is... Ooh, can you tell I haven't opened the hardcover yet? This one says, the million-copy bestseller Queen of Twist returns with a gripping and delicious dark thriller about marriage and revenge. Author Grady Green is having the worst best day of his life. He calls his wife Abby to share some exciting news as she is driving home. He hears Abby slam on the brakes when she sees something in the road ahead. Over Grady protests, Abby gets out of the car. When he eventually finds her car by the cliff edge, the headlights are on, the driver door is open, her phone is still there, but his wife has disappeared. What? That sounds really good. I can't wait to read this in 2025. This is a most anticipated read of mine, and hopefully I will love it. The next book is one that I already read and I absolutely loved. You'll hear me talk about this in my January wrap-up, and that is What the Woods Took by Courtney Gold. This is a YA thriller that was in my December Owl Crate, so I'll leave my December Owl Crate unboxing up above or down below. And so I was really happy to see that this book was in there because I received an e-arc of this from NetGalley, from Wednesday Books, and also NetGalley. And this is a YA thriller that is set in the woods, obviously. And this has found family trope. It's LGBTQ cast, and it's also not only diverse read, but it was short chapters, which was so good because I was scared this was going to be like a giant book, but it wasn't. It was really fun. I listened to the audiobook of this, and the audiobook narrator, I forgot who it was, but the way they were reading the book made me want to keep reading, if that makes sense. This was so fun. We followed Devin Green, who gets sent to this program to like get herself to be better, I guess, for her mental health or whatnot. And this says Devin Green wakes in the middle of the night to find two men in her bedroom. No strange to a fight. She calls to her foster parents for help, but it soon becomes clear this is a planned abduction, and everyone but Devin signed up for. She's shoved in a van and driven deep into the Idaho woods, where she's dropped off with a cohort of equally confused teens. Finally, two camp counselors inform them that they all been enrolled in an experimental therapy program. So this is beautiful artwork that is from Owl Crate with stenciled edges. I don't know if you guys can see that well on camera. With a ribbon bookmark, which I find enjoyable. This is the front of the cover, obviously. Here's the back. And then there's beautiful artwork on the end papers. The naked hardcover itself. And then the back of the book as well. And then those beautiful but also creepy artwork on the actual cover. So very excited to be having this book in my hands, because this was a most anticipated reads of mine in the month of December. And I'm so happy to say I read this in January, and I give this 5 stars. It was such a fun thriller, and I kind of want more thrillers that are like set in the woods. So if you have any of those type of recommendation, let me know down below. The next 2 books are books I bought at Target with my sister's gift card that she got me. One of these is on my 12 Friends rec, and the other one was a new release that I've been hearing nothing about. Nothing but good things about, I should say. And that is The Last One by Rachel Hall. This is a first book of a series, or it's a adult fantasy standalone. It says, there are gods, there are humans, and then there's her. I think this is like a fantasy with mix of murder mystery. It says, thrown into a desolated land on a sickness of unnatural beasts, Kai wakes in the woods. Ooh, another woods setting. Kai wakes in the woods with no idea who she is or how she got there. All she knows is that if she cannot reach the Sea of Devour, even this hellscape will get worse. But when she sees the village blacksmith fight invaders with unspeakable skills, she decides to accept his offer to help. And this has beautiful stenciled sprayed edges along the book as well. And there's beautiful / creepy, again, moth on the inside. And then the actual hardcover case looks like that. So it's very beautiful edition. And I'm kind of happy that books are now getting beautiful edition like this. And you don't have to like wait for the book boxes companies to do them. I love how they're doing that more and more with just regular edition books. So yeah, this sounds really good. Hopefully I'll love it, because I mean, I bought it and it was 30% off as well. So hopefully I'll love this. If I don't, I'll be so sad. Next book is a book that's on my 12 Friends rec that I have that video up above or down below. My friend Heather recommended me this book. She gave this one 5 stars, and she said that this one made her cry. And I have been seeing this book going around the interwebs lately, and that is wow, I always get this title wrong. Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. This is a Read with Jenna book club pick, and it's also, again, another book with 30% off, which is amazing. I know this is the author's debut novel, and this one has been getting a lot of hype and praises. I don't know if there's any authors. Yeah, I sadly don't know any of these authors. Oh, I know Helen Hoang. She's the author of The Heart Principle. Anyways, this says a charming, witty, and compulsively readable exploration of friendship, reckoning, and hope that traces a widow's unlikely connection with a giant Pacific octopus. Sounds intriguing, very different from what I normally read. But if my friend Heather gave this 5 stars, I know I will too, because our reading tastes are super similar. Next are a couple new releases that I got at Barnes & Noble in the same shopping trip as An Honor Vow. So I'm going to show you guys this little stack. All of these are new releases that came out in 2024, and there's just like new releases that I missed or that I wanted to get for Christmas, but nobody got them for me. So that first example is a book I wanted for Christmas, but nobody got for me, was The Whispering Night by Susan Dennard. This is the third and final book in the Luminaries series. Yes, in the Luminaries trilogy that Susan Dennard has written. I've read books 1 and 2 at the time of me filming this video, and oh my gosh, I love the series. My friend Donna over at Donna Marie's Reads, she recommended me the first book, and I'm so glad you did, Donna, because that was a 5-star read, and so was the sequel, which I read the sequel this year, so I'm hoping to read book 3 in December. Or not December, wow. In February, I'm hoping to read book 3 in February. And also, this might be another series I'm wrapping up in February. So who knows when I'll get to this, but this is one of my most anticipated reads in the month of November. And I just never got around to reading it yet, but now that I'm caught up with this trilogy, I can. On the other hand of I need to get caught up with this series is the Crowns and Naxia series. This is what I think it's called. And so I need to get to book 2, but this is book 3, and that is The Songbird and the Heart of Stones by Carissa Broadbent. This is a new release that came out in November as well. I've read book 1 in December, absolutely loved it, gave it 5 stars, and I'm excited to jump into book 2. I didn't jump into book 2 in December because I heard a rumor that book 2 follows different character, but I have a friend of mine who also read the series, and she said it doesn't follow different characters. It follows the same characters throughout the series. So I'm excited to see where we go in this third installment. I'm not going to read the synopsis of this one just because I don't want to spoil myself of what happens in book 2 because I haven't read book 2 yet. But hopefully sometimes this year I can binge books 2 and 3, and then I'll have to wait for book 4 to come out in August. I think it's August 12th if I'm not mistaken. Next is a YA contemporary, which is shocking to me and to maybe you guys because I haven't been reading a whole lot of contemporaries this year, mostly adult fantasy and romance, and so I'm shocked to say that I have a contemporary book in my hands, and this is a booktube book as well, and that is Robbie Weber's new book. If you don't know who Robbie is from Robbie Reads here on BookTube. I've been following him since he started his channel. This is his third book, and it's What Is This Feeling? And this is a male-male romance, so I'm very excited. It's male-male romance with lots of references of Wicked, High School Musical, Taylor Swift, all the pop culture references. I'm so excited to jump into this because I know I'm going to love this book so much. I read I Like Me Better and what was his debut novel? If You Change Your Mind. I read those 2 books and I own both of them and I absolutely love them. They're cute, fun, fluffy reads, and I have high hopes for this that I will love this one. And I know he has a new book coming out in 2025. I don't remember the title, but supposedly he has a new book coming out in 2025, so that is exciting. But yeah, set in New York City, male-male romance. What more could I want? And I also got this one and all the other books from Barnes & Noble for half off when they had their half off book haul last month. So this is only like $10 for me, which is amazing. A book that was also $10 for me, which was shocking because this is a new release. Everybody and their mother read this series last year, including me. I absolutely love book 1. I come to find out that there's going to be a third book coming, which is good and bad because book 2 was a long wait for the sequel, and I'm scared to see how long the wait in between books 2 and 3 is going to be because, like I said, book 2 was a long wait. And so that is Heavenly Tyrant by Zoran J. Zhao. This is a sequel and follow-up novel to Iron Widow, which I read last year and I really loved it. Was it last year or was it 2023? Oh well, I know I read it and I really enjoyed it. Gave it 5 stars. Very happy to have this in my hands. It's a lot thicker than book 1, so I'm nervous with this mini size of it. Again, it is a sequel. I won't talk too much about this. Just know it's my most anticipated read from 2024, and I never was able to squeeze it into December. So hopefully this year I will, and by the time I finish this book, hopefully we'll have some news about book 3. This book got pushed back like 4 or 5 times last year, and they finally were able to release it. So I was so happy that they did that. So I got this at Barnes & Noble, and I'm super stoked to see what goes on in the sequel. No spoilers, please. So can't wait to see what goes on in this one. So there you have it. Those are all the books that I have to haul for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. And because Heavenly Tyrant was yellow/orange, let's leave like a yellow and an orange heart emoji in the comments below. And if you don't know what else to comment down below, let me know what you're currently reading. Do you have any of the same books on your TBR or on your radar? Let me know down in the comments below as well, and I'll see you guys later. Good night. Of course, every time I want to film, it's always at one bar. What the heck? Hello bookish friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew, and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading. I don't even have my ring light on. Oh my gosh, this video is a hot mess already. Hello bookish friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew, and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading. And for today's video, I am very excited to come at you with this sit down chatty video because it's going to be one of my favorite videos to film and make. And we're already dying. Ugh.